Greetings and salutations. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. My name is Eric Moss. I'm a personal trainer, motivational speaker, and a modern-day performing strongman. If you're unfamiliar with what a modern-day performing strongman is, picture the feats of strength shows of the past run by legends like the Mighty Atom and Alexander Zass. I do a similar thing, but with a modern-day twist. Some of the feats of strength I've performed live include things like bending steel bars, breaking chains with my chest, twisting horseshoes, rolling up frying pans, driving nails to wooden boards by hand, and even holding back a high-performance motorcycle while taking off at full throttle. Now, being a modern-day performing strongman and the fact that there's not a whole lot of us these days, I started a YouTube channel, or not a whole lot of us around these days to answer questions. I started a YouTube channel called Ask Eric Moss, where I would invite you to ask me questions by dropping it in the comments below. And when you do that, I try to get back to you with your very own custom video answering your question. Pretty cool, right? So this question comes from Saudi, and they said, "Hey Eric, do you think you can get superhumanly strong like Alexander Zass from doing calisthenic isometric holds? And is it okay to use overcoming isometrics as a warm-up for dynamic exercises?" Thank you for asking that. Now this is going to be kind of a multi-part question or multi-part video because there's a couple different questions here. So, as far as do you think you can become superhumanly strong like Alexander Zass from doing calisthenic isometric holds, the question is how do you define superhumanly strong? So, if you are talking about bending steel and like being able to do the feats of strength that Alexander Zass did, probably not, because there is the law of specificity when it comes to this stuff. You would be better off, if you're trying to become strong like Alexander Zass was, you would be better off doing isometric or overcoming isometrics and actually dynamic exercises. I think one of the mistakes that people make is thinking that Alexander Zass was purely isometric. And isometrics was a major part of his programming from what I can tell as an outsider looking in, but he also did dynamic exercises. You know, I guess he would say he was testing out and he would practice feats and stuff like that. So in terms of becoming superhumanly strong, you want to have kind of a mixture of things. And I think one of the issues that people have with isometrics is that they, like a lot of it is marketed as a standalone tool. And yeah, you can become pretty strong by using it as a standalone tool. But if you really want to explore what you're truly capable of, you should use any tool you can at your disposal, not just trying to be purely isometrics. Isometrics is definitely a portion of my workouts, but I also have a lot of dynamic exercises as well as ballistic exercises because I just want to become as strong as possible. Now, as far as using isometric exercises as kind of a warm-up for dynamic exercises, probably. That's actually something that I do. So as an example, on one of the days that I have training, right, I start off by taking a steel bar that is outside of my capabilities. And I'll train that isometrically as the very first thing that I do. And then the next exercise, it would be like thick or fat grip farmer's carries. That would be the second thing that no, the next one was Turkish get-ups. Yeah, so it starts off with the isometric. No, Turkish get-ups comes later. I have this all written down somewhere in my training log. So first one is the isometrics, and then comes single hand overhead pressing with a kettlebell, and then would come club bell work with the shield casts is the name of the exercise. And then comes Turkish get-ups after that. And then would be barbell overhead press. And then ending with like isometric curls done on the power rack. So can it be used? Yeah. In fact, that's what I use. Is the most ideal way? I don't know. Generally speaking, what gets trained first or what gets trained earliest is going to get the best response. So I hope that answers your question. If anybody else has any additional questions or feedback or anything like that, drop it in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you with your very own custom video. If you like this video, let me know by hitting that like button. If you want to see more of this sort of thing or you want to see the chronicles from my performances, subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you think anybody should see this, please share it with them. But in the meantime, please stay happy, healthy, and strong. Eric Moss, over and out.